Hello, Aries, and welcome to your 2026 New Year preview. We are going to get started with a couple of major planets. So, I laid out the major events and shifts that are happening for 2026 for us all. We have Neptune, Saturn, Uranus, the North Node and South Node. These are the major generational planets, and of course, our nodes are our destiny, fated direction that we should be moving. So I think that these are the major views. So this is just a broad stroke, and we're going to go through each of these planets and what it means for you. So I can tell you right off the bat that this is a huge starting point for you this year. February, we are having a conjunction with Saturn and Neptune, who are coming into your sign January and February, and what that means for you. So let's go ahead. We'll get 3 cards out for each of these planets and then take a look at what that means for you. All right. So let's see what we have here for Neptune. Beautiful. Brand new beginning. Absolutely. I love this card. It's spiritual. And of course, Neptune is the spiritual planet, the mysticism, the dream weaver, boundless, and highly, highly intuitive and spiritual. I like this for you. Of course, then we have the Five of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. So let's see if we can think about exactly what that means for you. And let's talk about the timeline too. So Neptune comes into your first house January 25th to stay till 2038. Like, it's a long transit. So this isn't a quick fix. This is a long building process for you, Aries. And it's a big change because you're quick and speedy and full of action and just want to go, go, go. And this is going to, challenge you, which is, of course, what all the planets are here to do for the evolution of our soul. So this challenge for you is going to be around the things that I said. But, realize that there comes gifts with this. There's going to be spiritual breakthroughs for you, usually requiring, that's a spiritual breakthrough, usually requiring releasing some things, surrendering some old habits, some old addictions. This to me can be, an energy of lack, kind of feeling like you don't have enough. You're not operating on a whole level. So, a little bit of a martyr energy too with this. So that's what Neptune's here. Neptune's here to make us surrender these lower vibrations and embrace the spiritual ones coming towards you, which is the Ace of Cups. Now, this is one of my happiest cups, one of the best cups, I think, because it's emotionally, spiritually profound. Your cup is literally running over. There's not much more that you can ask for. This is breakthroughs, and this is emotional and spiritual. So the Six of Wands, I like this because this is a little bit more tangible for you. And the Wands showed up because of you. That's your sign, right? Fire signs represent the wand sign. So there's going to be some acknowledgments and some wins along the way. It's not just going to be all hard work. It's not all going to be, surrendering and sacrifice and, the things that also are attributed to Neptune. There's going to be some, some gifts, some spiritual gifts, some serendipity moments, and some acknowledgments and rewards. So I like this already for you. So Saturn is going to be moving in February 13th. So let's see what that means. Okay, Knight of Wands, again, this is your energy. King of Wands, such your energy. And the Six of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. So what's Saturn going to represent for you? Well, new beginnings, because this is all happening in your sign. So major areas of your life are going to be affected. And I like the King of Wands showing up here because honestly, the King of Wands is very successful in his career, in his entrepreneurial efforts. So This is going to be a building year for you, building finances, building businesses, building new jobs, building new careers, building new paths for yourself, right? You're learning, new ways to express yourself. Now, you're always looking for action, and I want to talk about this for a minute. This Knight of Wands is you always looking for action, and it's totally your energy. However, your challenge is going to be to find new ways of expressing yourself, not always looking for the action, because Saturn is slower. Again, this is a slow pace for you. This is not Mars energy. It's the opposite of your ruler. And Saturn is father time and father discipline and kind of demanding. So running off on a new adventure as the Knight of Wands might sound exciting and thrilling, but there's different ways to express yourself. And when you always look for action, it creates this impulsive drive that's kind of hard to turn off. You have difficulty doing that, even though when you know you should. It's just really hard to do it. So you kind of create your own karmic loop of starting and stopping over again. And this is one of your lessons that Saturn's here to teach you, right? Because Saturn is the Lord of Karma, and he wants you to stand by your commitments. He wants you to be more responsible. Now, the Six of Pentacles coming in for Saturn too talks about that same thing, that karmic justice. So again, it's not just all hard work and discipline. There will be rewards along the way, because this is staying in your first house until April 2028. So you have a little bit of a long transit here to work with it and get used to it. But before I move on to Uranus, I wanted to talk a bit about these two planets, because they are in your first degree in your sign, February 20th, and it's a conjunction like no other. None of the predictions can be tangible right now, because nobody's really experienced this, or if they have, it's been hundreds of years ago. So the themes are going to be around you, though, because this is you. This is the 0 degree, and you're the first house. So that means power, autonomy, and dynamic action. So this reset that's happening for us all is especially meant for you because of where it falls in your house. So this is a powerful once in a lifetime shift, is what I mean to say, Aries. And it's going to be profound change, reshaping our culture, reshaping our media and ideology. And you have the lead on this, Aries. And your ruler, the god of war, is ready to take action. So we are in for some major changes. They are long, progressive changes, not fast, done and over with. I just wanted to make that clear. All right, let's see what Uranus is going to have in store for you. So we have the Strength card, Nine of Swords, and the Chariot. All right, so the Strength card is wisdom, it's knowledge, and it's patience. Again, your patience is going to be kind of tested here a little bit. And Uranus is retrograde as we enter 2026. It's staying there until April. And this is in your second house of money. So you've been dealing with this for a while. And the Chariot in this area, I am going to suggest, has been a little disruptive. Now, the Chariot can be a bumpy ride. It gets around potholes and, construction and dead ends. And, it just moves, at a fast speed, but there's some slowdown periods, and then there's some detours. And so the Chariot here in your second house with Uranus tells me that it's a little destabilizing, which of course is what Uranus is. And you're going to look at new and perhaps different habits and actions, to kind of get away from this energy, which of course is your stress. Because Uranus, the planet of surprises and instability in your second house of money, isn't easy for any of us. But what is the upside of this? The upside of this is it is unpredictable. So as things shifts, it will shift back the other way. So nothing just moves in one direction, and you know that, Aries. Okay. So We know that it's going to be moving in your third house of community and siblings and communication. And I think that'll be a better spot for you. That happens in April. Okay, now we have our North Node. And this is going to be, well, it's pivotal for everybody. So the North Node is moving out of the Pisces Virgo axis, you know, and that means we need to evolve from our past patterns, you know, of maybe perfectionism, overanalysis, which is what Virgo's lower vibration is, and move toward a more spiritual connection of universal love, Pisces, right? So in July, though, it's moving to Aquarius and Leo. So let's see what that's going to mean for you. All right, so we have the Knight of Pentacles. So that's good, moving in the right direction. It's going to be secure, it's going to be stable. Two of Pentacles, a little bit of balance, and Three of Wands, a plan. Okay, so we know that the 11th house is your community, your associations, your friends. And we know that the South Node moving into Leo is going to be, you know, in your house of romance, love, creativity, moving on. And I like that the Three of Wands showed up because you're thinking about it. You're thinking about maybe moving toward a little bit more of a stable relationship, a stable and secure relationship, maybe with the Knight of Pentacles. That's an earth sign, so that could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So look for someone like that to come into your life, perhaps this coming year. Now, the last thing I wanted to talk about was the South Node, because we know that the South Node asks us to purge, right? It asks us to remove, purging, removing outworn energies, expired relationships, and experiences. We have the Judgment and the King of Swords. Let me tell you something. The King of Swords is absolutely the energy you need to purge and detach from the things that have been holding you back. That's what the South Node asks. And by the way, that's what the Death card is. It's a transformation card, but it comes in, it says, you know, there's no more life in this situation. There is no more life in this environment, in this job, in this relationship, in this thing, and it's time to move on. And when you accept that, you are going to accept a new chapter, a new journey. The Judgment card is about truth. It's about accepting this invitation for a higher experience closer to your true essence. This is major, major shifts, major transformations happening for you and for us all. Now, I thought it would be kind of fun. I didn't put Pluto out here because Pluto is not moving. It's been in Aquarius for a while now, but it is a generational planet, and it's significant for us all because, as I just said, the transformation is going to be profound. So let's see what we can get from our oracle talking about Pluto. All right, I like this. All that glitters is not gold, is what this is telling you, meaning the transformation in Pluto to purge the things that are not good for us. We think they are, but they are not. And you're going to find out. That's part of your journey here. I know this was a broad overview, but I liked separating it from the events. And if you liked it, just leave comments if you could. And if it resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. I am wishing you all balance, peace, and harmony. Happy New Year.